about the future.
And ads.
I mean, it may not be chrome, but there's at least neon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long this lasts. If it's 2 hours, I might just shut off the stream.
I looked it up on Games Radar. This is only an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Good stuff.
thankfully we're gonna all be okay.
We'll live.
I am halfway through my third A4 page for the day of like taking notes.
Yeah, believe it.
That is a lengthy link.
Which one?
Their link for the Black Lives Matter.
Mm.
Let's do it. Hit me with video games. Come on. Video games.
World premiere.
Video game.
Ooh. Even's voiced with world premiere. Let's go.
World premiere. Ah, shit.
I just remembered the Xbox showcase was so screwed up they didn't even have like the voice for world premiere, huh?
No.
End of an era.
Sad.
Unreal Engine 4, 5.
20.
One of those Unreal Engines. Oh,
PS5.
For PS5.
okay.
Ooh. The logo that we all knew was coming. PS5. Summer of 2020.
Oh, I thought they were just gonna end it right there. I'm like, that's what you did for us?
That's it?
Which Dune is this?
The fifth one of the day.
Fifth one? Okay. Thank you. At least someone's keeping track of this for me.
Right? There's just so many Dooms.
It's another quantum game.
Doom. Quantum Error.
I'm just waiting for the game called Quantum.
Seriously.
I was gonna say, it's kind of hard to read your URL.
Also not as catchy as Devil May Quake or NotFortnite.com that we saw earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
There was a
and
Devil
welcome to
May
the
Quake
Future
game?
Games
Yeah.
show.
That sounds
What a
fun.
way to start, right?
Hey, Nolan
I
North.
am Nolan North, and many of you may know me as your ghost from Destiny, or perhaps Dr. Edward Richtofen from the Call of Duty series, or even, the Penguin from the Arkham series.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Nolan,
Just
we
be
get it. We
Deadpool
get it.
and
You've
stick with it.
done A million, hundred, gazillion games. We got it.
Right. Of course, most of you know me as Nathan Drake from Uncharted, where you probably recognize that voice. I'm so happy to be working alongside her again as we host this showcase of upcoming games. Please give it up and welcome the lovely and talented Miss Emily Rose.
Hey, Nolan. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome from my home to yours.
I know she
I'm
has
really
an Uncharted
excited about
case
what
or
we have
book
in
or
store
something there
for
in the
you
back.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X draw near,
John,
we're gonna
Bloodlines
talk
2
you through
Collector's
the
Edition has a
games
7-inch vinyl.
to see what we
Letting you
really
know.
can expect from the future of games.
Plus, we have a host of exclusive game reveals,
And a statue.
world premieres,
Shut
up,
new
guys.
game.
Look.
Shut up!
Come after my heart and my wallet.
I haven't told about them yet.
Wait, they didn't tell you
What
about
is
them?
And an
already
artwork.
crying enough?
No,
We
like,
don't
they
need your
really
help.
didn't tell you about them?
People are playing favorites.
Because I mean, I have the whole list right in front of me, right there.
Whatever. Send them to me. And let's get into the good stuff.
Okay, so the next title is from Red Thread Games. They're this little indie studio in Norway. I love Norway. You might know them from their Choice and Consequence series, Dreamfall chapters. So get ready for the world exclusive premiere of their new project.
World premiere.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but like, if we're going to keep having hosts while we have these like digital E3 events, there's no reason to not have Aisha Tyler at Ubisoft Forward.
Oh, god dang it.
There's literally no
I'll wait for
reason.
the Aisha Tyler.
You know what? I'll second that. Let's get her back.
Yeah. She's got nothing to do. She's at home too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, she has nothing else to do. She has no projects of her own. I'm sure that she's been sitting at home bored going, why isn't Ubisoft calling me?
Yeah, she's
And
sitting there waiting for a new Just Dance
keep
game.
on asking me to come host things.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like, I don't want to let him down.
Oh, look at the little robot.
aesthetically, I kind of like this.
Yeah, we're on a road trip.
Yeah.
So, when do they start playing Ain't No Rest for the Wicked?
Any second now.
No. Robots.
Anomals?
Animal?
Anomals.
Dustborn.
That's fine.
Anomals?
Another Born game.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
There's only so many words that you can make up.
Look, they're trying to get that SEO.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Hey, my name
Is
is,
it
Ragnar
Born
Tornquist.
Quantum?
I'm creative director at Red Thread Games, and we're working on a game called Dustborn.
I'm waiting for that, Jason.
What was the title I made up earlier today? Dungface? Or what? What was
Yeah, it was
that?
dung face.
Dungface.
Dustborn is a story-driven action
play
adventure
Dungface.
about a band of misfits and outcasts on a road trip across America. It's a game about hope, friendship, love, robots, and the power of words.
Cool menus.
So in this footage, you're watching our main character, Pax.
What was that
explore
show
a
on Adult
small commune
Swim?
in the Pacific Northwest. She's come here with her
What
family
show?
to recruit her sister,
The
but it turns out her sister's not interested in
Like-
joining the crew. So
Robot
your job
Chicken.
is to convince her
Love-
and
no,
deal with
the,
the
like,
Rick and Morty.
what
love-
happens next.
hang on, I have to look this up. No, because the way they said all that stuff right there just reminded me of the title of that show.
Oh, Love, Death,
Dustborn's
and
coming to
Robots?
PC and next generation
That's on
consoles
Netflix.
in
Oh, is that
That's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
Love, Death, and Robots. Oh, okay. I thought it was
Thanks
an Adult
again
Swim
to
thing.
Ragnar for that exclusive first look at Dustborn. Okay, what's next, Nolan?
Next, we've got a hardcore first-person platformer whose recent Steam demo was played
Ooh,
over
first-person
100,000
platformer.
times. Here's an exclusive look at a new cyberspace
Those
level
are tough to
containing
make
new
well.
enemies and abilities from Ghost Runner.
Sure, that's the Mirror's Edge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exclusive.
which I still have not played enough of. I like the aesthetic though.
Relax. Embrace the software.
I actually am already in on this.
Yeah, I'm on board. I think this like, and from what I can tell, this looks like it will be faster than Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, very fast.
Yeah.
Reminds me a lot of Jedi Fallen Order.
I'm getting Genji, man.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat as Ace in chat. Just how much?
Yeah. Does it come with a vinyl or a statue?
Dude, I'd get that soundtrack on vinyl from what I'm hearing right now.
Ghost Runner.
Like super like synth or like dark wave.
Yeah.
Synthwave.
Ghost Runner is coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC later this year.
All right, we're flipping back in time to the 1930s now with a game that stole the show at the recent Xbox Series X showcase. Here's Tatiana Delgado to reveal more about Call of the Sea's spectacular first trailer.
Wasn't a lot of show to steal, but okay.
Yeah.
It's a low bar.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry. What have you done?
Hello, I'm Tatiana Delgado from Out of the Blue Games, working on Call of the Sea. You might have seen our reveal trailer during the recent Xbox Series X event, but we wanted to take the opportunity to walk you through it and tell you a bit more about the game.
How strange that your trail ends here.
Call of the Sea is a first-person adventure puzzle game set in the 1930s that takes place in the far reaches of the South Pacific. you take the role of Nora, a woman who has crossed an ocean in search of her husband's missing expedition. At Out of the Blue, we love telling stories and designing puzzles. That is why we wanted to create a game that had a strong presence of both. And also, we always approach our games with the player's emotions in mind. That
Bless you,
being
man.
said, although Call of the Sea is a puzzle game, I would say that it is the narrative that drives the game. Therefore, puzzles serve the narrative and make the story advance as a reward when solving them. Some of the puzzles we have to do with the expedition itself, using the real-world technology of the era. In others, you will try to decipher what the ancient runes were for. And going back to the
I
story,
imagine a lot of cool
we have the good
wallpapers will come
fortune
out of this
having
game.
Actress
Oh,
Lizzie
yeah.
Jones as the voice of Nora. We adore her acting in Firewatch and her ability to create a strong presence with only her voice. It is a tale of self-discovery, an exploration not only of the island, but of the character's inner self. Although our game was inspired to an extent by the works of H.P. Lovecraft, this is not a horror game, but an adventure game. We hope to give you a vivid mystery and at the same time an emotional journey. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to revealing more of Call of the Sea in the coming months.
I mean, it's a pretty game.
Very
I
pretty.
don't
Yeah.
remember that game from before, but it looks really cool.
Call of the Sea is developed by Out of the Blue and
Was
will
that?
launch on
Did we see
Xbox
that
One,
at the
Xbox
Xbox
Series
showcase? I
X,
can't
and
remember.
Yeah, we did.
Windows platforms.
Apparently.
Our next game features
It was
none
very,
other
very
than
short.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
This time, he's a youthful, more arrogant version of the famous detective. Here's the producer and community manager.
The
from
youthful,
Frogwares
arrogant
to tell us
Sherlock
more about
Holmes.
the game's setting and how they plan
So
to
Sherlock
create
Holmes.
a truly
Eat
open
shit,
world
Watson.
detective game.
I'm doing this on my own.
Exclusive.
Hi everyone, my name is Sergey Ganisyan and I'm the producer and community manager at Frogwares. We are an 80 people strong independent studio from Kyiv, Ukraine. You may know us for our detective games such as the Sherlock Holmes Adventures as well as the recent The Sinking City.
I
We are
know
working
people
on
that
our
wanted
new
to play
game,
The
Sherlock
Sinking
Holmes
City
Chapter 1.
quite a bit.
It's a story-driven investigation thriller in which you play as the young 21-year-old Sherlock before he becomes the legend that we all know.
He looks
For
edgy.
John Watson and Jim Moriarty, Sherlock was a brilliant but rebellious aspiring
Sherlock.
detective trying to prove himself.
Is no one going to acknowledge the fact
game
that
takes
they
place
just
in
said
the
this
late
is
19th
the
century on a
Sherlock
small
Holmes
Mediterranean
origin
island
story game?
where, according to our story,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sherlock grew up before moving to England, and to where he comes back, now as an outsider, to investigate the mysterious death of his mother, the death that scarred his childhood. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is an open-world detective game with minimum hand-holding. In this game, we are introducing the concept of global investigation gameplay that is heavily based on the feedback that we received from the players on our previous games. We build it on bringing in numerous detective features and mechanics that not only synergize with one another, but also allow you to interact with the world around you.
I think that's
For
cool
example,
that they're like
you
just
can now decide
diving
to
all
involve
in
random
on
people on
like
the streets in
being
your
a
investigation,
detective game
ask them for
developer.
directions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or question those citizens who you think match your suspect profile. And if you doubt they would even talk to some foreigner like you can for instance find the right disguise, say police uniform to loosen their tone. It's up to you to discover that synergy and use it at the right time, because as I mentioned, there is minimum hand-holding in the game. Of course, making the right deductions and tracking down criminals is another exciting part of a detective's job. We are aiming to give the player the chance to miss a piece of evidence, pursue their own lead, and eventually let a killer walk free. Those who played our Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments will know what I'm talking about. We are bringing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 to PC and consoles sometime in 2021. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of the show. There are some fantastic games here that we cannot wait to play ourselves.
I know it won't, but I wish like My Chemical Romance would play
Sherlock
at the very
Holmes
beginning
Chapter
of
1
this,
is coming
like
to
when you're
PC,
loading up the
current and
game.
next-gen consoles in 2021.
In our next part of the show, the Future Game Show goes retro with a series of games that reimagine the arcade and console
Ooh.
classics of some of my favorite eras, the 80s and 90s.
And what better way to begin than with a bullet hell shoot 'em up created by a small team from Lebanon, including a former Pixar artist. Here's an
What?
exclusive gameplay slice of Signy.
Exclusive.
Bullet Hell Frozen. Or like Toy Story.
Toy Story, the shmup.
What do you know?
Toy
Put down
Story
the gun!
and the gun game.
Andy, put it
Could
down.
could you imagine that Toy Story Gungeon?
Yeah.
Andy, not like this.
Oh boy.
Looks like a flying graphics card.
RTX
Right,
on.
3080. Oh, it just. Oh. Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
In.
And.
That's so in.
This is gonna be so hard to play.
You guys have fun.
Oh, God, yes. This is.
You know, Keith, I'm wondering. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever asked. John, have you played Nier Automata?
I started it and played like the first 3 hours, and
okay.
I fell back off. But I will fully admit that I was not prepared for a shmup at the very beginning of that game. I was like, what? Yes.
Oh, look at the turns you have to do. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Touhou Bullet Hell. I'm guessing this is just easy mode.
I'm guessing first boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah. He got hit a few times there. I don't know if he had a shield.
I love the. Oh my god.
Ginji. Ginji?
Signy.
Sinji?
Signy.
Signy. Okay.
Signy is coming to
That makes more
Windows,
sense.
Mac, and the developers hope next generation consoles. Okay, so we're keeping the arcade vibes coming with a high-speed tribute to arcade racing classics
Ooh.
like Daytona USA, and a stylish platformer that looks like a noir comic book. But first,
Premiere.
World premiere.
Cut the flesh, the mind will fall. Slay the seven, save us all. Fulfill what others failed to do.
Ooh, I'm liking this.
Mornia depends on
Bloodborne.
you.
Yeah. Oh, she's using
Yep.
the fetus as a weapon. Oh.
Hey, I thought of that idea first.
What does that mean?
I'm actually
What does that
actually no joke, part of a horror game design for our capstone in my
Okay.
game design courses in college.
Okay. Okay. Still.
I don't think that would be one to brag
Here
about.
swinging babies.
Like, I legit designed like pendulum simulations of like multi-link pendulums.
Morgan, the seven acolytes.
Okay, yeah.
Morbid indeed.
Yes, bless you, Striver.
Exclusive.
Something.
How to run.
Wait, you can draft and boost in a racing game?
An arcade racer.
That's never been
See,
done.
but at the same time, over this, I'm more excited for that inertial drift game.
Yeah.
Mm.
What was that? Hot Shots Racing? Sorry.
Yeah.
Hot Shots Racing.
Yeah. Modus.
Modus. Gameplay spotlight.
Sick.
Coming to PlayStation 5.
Chris Tales is
Oh.
far
Hey.
from a love letter to classic
Oh.
JRPGs. So far,
That
we've
is an
shown a
art
small
style.
portion of the game's overall
Mhm.
content and the ways
That is an
you'll be able
aesthetic.
to learn from the past, act in the present, and
Played the
rewrite
demo of this. Very, very good.
all
I'm
in real
interested.
time on one screen. This unique presentation lets you see the impact of your choices instantly, and to get really creative in combat by combining skills and playing with time. Speaking of combat, We just updated our demo on Steam to include Wilhelm, the Child Mage, in a mini Colosseum mode that features a number of new, challenging battles. We're really excited to be bringing Quest Tales both to next-gen consoles and all current consoles later this year.
Stadia.
Wait, when does that come out?
November 17th.
November 17th.
Oh, I meant the Stadia.
Oh.
Haha. Seen this one
Oh,
earlier
yeah.
today too.
Oh, this one looks great.
I like how when you shot him, when he got shot, all it said was "ouch."
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're
Oh.
back. Evil corporation, this tech enslavement, that, what's next? Chemtrails? Now it's our time to be heard. Join the revolution.
The revolution.
Mother. Where the hell did they drop me?
And finally, we're delighted to announce the release date for Neon Abyss, a frantic action platformer which fuses classic visuals to an ingenious roguelike dungeon system. Its publisher, Team 17, has
John
encapsulated the
Colors.
spirit of independent
I
games
know.
for over 30 years, with titles including Worms, Overcooked, The Escapist, and a whole lot more.
It's just weird for me to hear those names attached to this game.
Rated T.
Mhm. Oh, colors so bright.
Wow, that's even bright for me.
That's not right. It's just fish.
Wait, there's a fishing game?
Meditation.
You're damn right.
As long as it's easier than Stardew.
Ah, this game kind of hurts my eyes.
A bit.
What does God, I can't remember what the like girlfriend reviews calls it. She calls it something. God. What does she call it? I can't remember. She has a term for like screens filled with that many like super bright particles.
Oh,
Neon
I have
Abyss
no
will
idea.
be launching on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows on July 14th, 2020.
Our next game has been in early access since 2018 with an almost
Skate
90%
XL?
very positive reviews on Steam. Here's an exclusive look at the new Easy Day Academy high school level in skateboarding sim Skater XL.
Just give me multiplayer skateboarding games, please.
That hurt Bookie's eyes too.
Yeah. It was brilliant.
So I think this and what's the other skate simulation game?
Skatebird?
Skip? Skipbird.
Well, no, like, because that's the thing. Those are like skateboarding games.
Oh, right.
This
yeah.
and there's another one on Steam that is like they are simulations. Like you are handle like the minutia of your actions to like flip boards and whatnot.
New environment we've been working on for some time, and we're excited to show it off today.
At least they're getting the music right.
Yeah, good music.
Yeah.
This level is based
That's
on
how you do it, Godfall.
key to
Yeah.
skateboarding, which is the
Godfall had a better trailer earlier today at the PC Gaming Show.
countless skate
With
parks,
real
whether
music.
it is
Yeah.
elementary schools,
That's
high
good.
schools, very
So it looks a
common
little
sort
better
of
now?
area, type of
Yeah, because
area
if you watch
for
that trailer from the
skateboarding. One
PlayStation
thing we
showcase
learned
muted,
in
it looks a
starting to
lot
build
better.
environments for Skater XL is that we have a very unique game mechanic, so we had to go back to the drawing board on how the levels were designed. The pieces of the level are combinations of elements that we've designed ourselves, but also we mix in countless real-world spots. There's probably about 25 real skate spots, some that are very recognizable to anyone in skateboarding, from real high schools, real elementary schools. We've got Wallenberg, we've got Clipper, we've got parts of Lockwood Elementary, just a lot of different places. Again, these are historic pieces. If you know skating, you probably
Imagine
know
skating
about
around
these
your own
spots.
high school in a video
And,
game.
The interesting thing
They're
is,
just
again,
cool.
based on the game mechanic itself, we've actually
Oh, I
massaged
recognize
each
the
of these
I
spots,
recognize that 4
to
block.
be not just recognizable, but also really fun and work with game mechanic as
I'm
well.
flying out to unknown settings. Look at how we shine. This is the life. House on the heat. This is the life.
The unique thing
Yeah,
about Skater XL is it really starts
there
with
are some
controls,
videos actually that
the
showcase,
joysticks,
like
the
for
analog
example in the
sticks on
Tony
the
Hawk
gamepad,
games, which
mapped
spots were
directly
based
to the
on
feet,
real
so they're
locations.
independent
Yeah.
control of each of the
And I
foot.
talked about that during the Sunrise as well, the community creation, so like they want people to be able to look up Chicago
What
and
this
have
leads
like
to
Chicago
is,
skate parks and
you know,
stuff.
kind of a first for
Yeah.
skateboarding games in general is that, you know,
So
the
yeah, and
gameplay
this is
not
what I mean
driven
when I say
by
like this is
animation,
a
it's driven by the
simulation as
physics.
compared to a
We didn't
skating
actually
game.
program tricks into the game. We just programmed movement, and with that movement, you're able to do all kinds of tricks. So as you build up your skill, you're also building up your ability to articulate and perform those tricks in different ways. The element of style and execution
Yeah,
comes
as far
into
as I
it,
know,
and that's
Arden,
really where the
yes,
satisfaction
this
and
game's
fun of
camera
this
is pretty
game
low
comes
to the
that
ground.
you're
I
really
don't know if you can
directly in
change it.
control.
Hey, Shinoga.
You know, just like
Heard
real
it.
skateboarding, there's
I
such
imagine
a
it, yeah, it's
depth
pretty
in
low
the
so
ways
you can
use
like
that board and how you can
have a
develop
good view of your
skills.
feet
It
and
becomes
what
a
they're
very
doing.
personal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it's
in the
it's
real
also
world,
a
that leads
callback to
all
like
these
the
other
old
things
fisheye
that pop
camera
up around
recordings of
skateboarding, you know, the
yeah.
culture and
skateboarding
that's
back in the
fine.
90s.
the community, and that's something very unique to skateboarding. You don't see.
And even now, I
with
think you still
other
get people
things.
that
So,
ride
you know, our goal is really
along
been to
behind the
capture a lot
skater
of
on
those
their board,
elements
and they
and
just got
bring
that
them into
camera
the
low
game
to the
as well.
ground. I don't think it ever died.
The interesting
Well,
thing
that's the
is that
skateboarder
it's
aesthetic.
been, a decade
Yeah.
since the last significant
quality
entrant
GoPros.
into the
Yeah.
skateboarding genre, and it hasn't been explored in in recent times when we have all these different things available to connect the community, to put content out, different
Of course, this
platforms.
camera
So
angle
we're
made
seeing
just
a really
before
interesting
this trailer.
explosion of
True.
content,
Oh yeah, this
creative
like
community,
cinematic
and
where it's like
modders
swinging
and
around
all
behind it.
these
I'm pretty
different
sure is
things
for the
happening,
trailer.
around the core of the game. So it's really exciting to see where this could lead in the future. Skater XL is coming out onto all major platforms July 28th, and that includes Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Thanks, Dane, and the whole team at Easy Day Studios. Our next game bills itself as Synthwave FPS.
Which means it looks nice and you shoot things.
It's already been a
Case
big
site.
hit on Steam, and we're pleased to announce today that it's now coming to Xbox One. This
And by the way, Session
GTTOD.
is the other skating
Session.
game.
Okay, I've heard of that one.
That came out last year.
Exclusive.
We have arrived.
I love the synthwave music.
I'm already getting more Doom vibes.
The year of Doom, just like 2016.
It's like a weird camera. Is this game VR? It's weird.
Yep, that's Doom. It's Doom. Though I may be more on board for this than I am for Doom, honestly.
Or pretty much a Doom that meets Tron.
And I'm on
True.
board. Give it to me. Truman Show? Doom with Bo.
Do you think,
That's just a BFG. That was just a BFG at the end.
Yeah.
Get
Get
good?
to the orange door.
Get to the Orange Door
Oh.
is coming to Xbox One in 2020, and we're pleased to announce that a new demo
Get
is
to Todd.
available right now, free to download on Steam.
Okay, Nolan, come on, you're dying here.
What are you talking about? I'm not.
So they
that
said demo
bad.
free to download on Steam
No,
right now?
No, I mean you're
Oh,
gonna
no.
be dying
You can
when
buy
you
the
play
game
our
on
next
Steam.
game.
Oh no.
A third-person action adventure. Get this. It's set within a
I
coma.
got a network
where you
error.
explore your
Oh.
memories while fighting.
I'm still going
villains.
strong.
Okay, I'm confused. I think I need to see the trailer.
All right, glad you asked.
Oh, now I got an ad.
Do you think we're now at the point where every FPS developer is finally done trying to copy Halo, and now we're just at the point where everyone's like trying to figure out what to copy next, and they all decided on Doom.
Yeah.
There's an
Well,
FPS
because
advert.
remember though, they stopped trying to copy Halo and then started trying to copy Fortnite.
And decided to throw in some Doom in there as well because we need the neon colors because those kids want to get those cool dances.
And neons.
And the neons.
I'm just waiting for the next lo-fi shooter.
This looks like it.
Lo-fi Doom.
Yeah, lo-fi. Fucking, I don't know what this game is.
It looks actually unique.
As weird as this may sound, it's giving me Hellblade vibes.
June 18th.
Waking. Yeah, sick.
Waking is coming to Xbox and Steam on June 18th, 2020.
So
Who
that's
wants
what
an
it's like to be in a coma.
premiere? Well, I'm not really asking here. This is actually happening. Our next game is a sequel to the critically acclaimed World War II flying sim Bomber Crew, which boldly goes as close as its licensing team allows.
I think I might be close to those devs.
You get it.
Like, I think there might be.
A new Alan Wake game would be kind of
World
interesting.
premiere.
Arden Props says that. I never played the second one. I played the first one and I really
For too
enjoyed it.
long, the Phasmids have been causing trouble in our peaceful little corner of space. But not any longer. Gina, let's go full Abrams with the flares. Enlist today to embark on an epic space adventure and do your part. Let's get some of those cool wipey things in this part, Gina. Join us on Athena Station.
Oh, what
Making
is
fun
the-
of the star
FTL.
Orzel.
Yeah, FTL.
Seek out new life and make new
All I
friends.
need is a lens flare, and I'm complete.
And make new friends.
Has anybody ever played the board game The Captain is Dead? It's like FPL with a board game, and it's fun as fuck.
And may the Force join the Space Crew.
Space Crew.
Gina, let's zoom around in 3D and get some explosions.
Maybe you have a Playhouse night and play that on Tabletop Simulator or
We
something.
should. We should. It's actually like I was wondering. I was playing Tabletop Sim a while ago, and I was like, surely there's
Space Crew is
a Captain
published
is
by Curve
Dead like
Digital
workshop
and will launch
thing
on
at this point, and I
PC,
couldn't find it. And I was like,
Xbox
why
One,
isn't there one?
PS4, and
It turns
Switch
out,
in late 2020.
like they added it as
Nolan,
DLC for the
I
game.
got a good question for you. You
Like
ready?
paid DLC. It's
What
so weird.
is
It's like the only game they've done that for.
Clowns.
Nothing is scarier than clowns. You know that.
Well,
Which
you
is
wouldn't
funny
say
because
that
I'm
if you
surprised
lived
they
in
didn't do
Wales.
that for
You should
like
probably cover your eyes for this.
Secret Hitler.
Yeah.
Because that game is like easily one of the most, if not the most popular game on tabletop.
These are not words I wish to write.
Like a blonde and
I
blonde.
fear you may
Yeah.
believe me taken with madness. My father seeks to use me. He wishes me to sing for him as she did. To become the star attraction that will draw good folk to this accursed spit of land. I cannot explain further, but ask that you trust me. Your love.
What is that like lever you see on trains?
Elizabeth.
Or like old trains?
It's a
Hello.
real lever.
I might have been
What's
able to tell you at one point.
I'm head of marketing.
I don't know why they always like I always they're so satisfying to me. I don't know why. I just want to pull
share
one.
with you this new and exclusive gameplay footage.
Because I think
If I
it might
remember
only
correctly,
be on
it's
Steam
the
Train.
engineer signaling to the crew that they might
Made
need
of
to shovel
Sierra's
in more coal
first-person survival
to go
horror
faster, or
which features a story inspired
kill
by
the fire a
Welsh
little bit.
And like most of them have like a little ringing, don't they?
and
Like a
British
ding
novel,
ding.
set in
I
1898.
want to pull
made
one of those
Sierra,
levers.
Inspired by the haunting Welsh tale of
I mean, it'd have to be on a Steam train,
It's a
but like,
story
come
of
on.
a family empire that's driven by
giving me
torture,
Myst
slavery,
vibes.
piracy, and a supernatural
Ooh.
mystery that suffocates the grounds of the hotel. In this footage, we wanted to explore the 3D sound-based AI system that is the core survival mechanic. We want to show you what you can do to remain undetected, and if you're caught, what tools are available for you to
I
survive.
mean, there's people, so not the first.
The
Myst,
enemies at Scare
least.
Hotel are completely blind, and they hunt by only what they can hear.
Clickers.
So any noise that you make
Yeah.
from walking or running, bumping into environmental objects, or even breathing heavily will often result in death. So you can avoid detection by creeping, avoiding the obstacles that make the noise, but if the enemies are close, then holding your breath is the only option. If you mistime this and run out of breath, then even your panting will get you killed. You are not completely defenseless. There'll be a sound-based weapon available with limited ammo that's hidden in and around the grounds of the hotel. you'll have to find health items, collectibles,
If you breathe,
puzzle
you die.
pieces,
Yeah,
map
fuck
pieces,
that.
and story pickups.
Yeah.
All items that you can find and add to your inventory.
Pass.
The
Thought it
game
was
will
something
feature
Now
else.
imagine if it was hooked up to your mic.
The scares remain
Oh,
the same,
God.
but a change in AI behavior, enemy
Hey,
strength,
RTX on.
limited manual saves, and reduced ammo and health items will put more of an emphasis on that classic survival horror experience. Made of Scare is coming to PC and console, with a digital and physical launch on PS4 and Xbox One this July. You can wishlist the game now on Steam.
Wait, that's
and
just
pre-purchase
Mr.
will be
X.
available in the coming weeks. Thank
That
you for
guy's
joining
just
us,
Mr.
and I hope
X.
you enjoy the show.
But does he have a Beach Boy mod?
Oh God, no.
Hey Nolan, you can open your eyes now. Okay, there you go. All right, Made of Scare launches on PS4, Xbox, Switch, and Windows in 2020.
Hey, Em, what's better than looking at one upcoming game?
Is this another one of your dad jokes?
It's looking at a collection of upcoming games in the space of a few minutes.
Sizzle reel.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here's an incredible lineup of future hits to get excited about.
Oh no, that's too big of a sizzle reel.
Smite is not a future game. I was
That's
willing to
out.
put up with a lot of shit, but like Smite, no.
Fall,
Okay,
I
I'm
really
so
want to get
excited
this
for
game.
Fall Guys. I'm so excited for Fall Guys.
Beta soon, right? Someone was saying in the chat. Carrion.
Oh, I want this one. 'Cause you're the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Unbound. I like that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Well, sick.
Whoa.
That's really interesting. A 2D, 3D game.
Yeah. Doggone.
Doggone.
Yeah.
Cool. Good boy.
Almost done.
This game.
Yeah, we saw this game earlier. It's weird.
What?
Something.
Yeah, it's basically. Yeah, it's basically, you know, those old Bible art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an RPG with that.
Okay.
So illuminated manuscripts.
Yeah.
Really great.
Is this just Tony Hawk but jet skis?
Actually, Cloudpunk, we rated someone that was playing it. It looked freaking awesome.
Never heard of it. Windjammers. Ah, 100
Yes.
I could see me playing that and enjoying it.
Hammerting. What are you doing today? I'm hammerting. Okay.
I'm hammered.
Stage hands.
I guess
Is
you
this
just gotta
by
go
the
out and get
Overcooked
shit.
team? Because that's what it looks like.
Hmm. But there has been a lot of like Overcooked clones out there.
I guess that's true.
Arcade is a name I haven't heard in a while.
God, it's a game. And even
I
then,
considered giving it a try.
Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
All those titles by heading to GamesRadar.com. Our next game appeared in our sister event, the PC Gaming Show, just a few hours ago, and we're delighted to have John Pearl join us now for an exclusive look at Remnant from the Ashes DLC, subject 2923.
That's a mouthful.
I don't even remember this fucking game.
Hello, I'm John Pearl, the design director at Gunfire Games. Right now, the team is hard at work on Subject 2923, the final DLC for Remnant from the Ashes. This DLC is much larger and more expansive than any of the previous content we've released.
What was the full name of Anno?
This DLC DLC will introduce
I have no
a
idea.
new campaign.
We're talking about the and mutation game?
No, Anno.
Oh,
There
Anno.
was one that was A-N-N-O, and
This
then there was
campaign
something
focuses
after
on
it.
the origin of the Dreamer project and how
You
it
didn't write it
connects.
down.
Yeah, they're always anno and then like a year or something.
Footage we're
I don't know.
showing, we're giving y'all a sneak peek at the icy and unforgiving heights of the new explorable world of Risum. The inhabitants of the world are an entirely new faction of enemies, the Uriki, which are a race of menacing humanoid rats. In combat, you'll find they are as resourceful as they are deadly. This DLC has a lot of additional content.
Mutation.
And yeah, I agree with Ace. This is just
weapons,
Vermintide.
Armor sets, and more. Additionally,
But I forget, was Vermintide you're fighting against the vermin, or is it you're playing as the vermin?
You're fighting against. Yeah, you're fighting against the vermin. I think in Vermintide 2 they added an ability for like a player to be like the enemy horde, like play different
29, 23,
enemies in the horde.
PC, Xbox One.
So yeah, then this is
PlayStation
Vermintide.
4 on August 20th. We can't wait for everyone to play it. Thank you so much for tuning in to find out what's next for Remnant from the Ashes. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the
That's an
future
interesting
game
enemy.
show.
Scary looking.
It really is.
All right, so Remnant
They're
from the
Guillermo del
Ashes,
Toro.
Subject 2923, will launch on Xbox One, PS4, and Windows PC. And now for something completely different.
This is the captain is dead. I think.
Everybody loves playing
Yeah.
board games. Now they're fun too. So easy to play when you can't meet up with your friends or loved ones. Don't fret, my old chums. Here at Thunderbox HQ, we've been working tirelessly to create state-of-the-art AI.
What are the
amazing
odds, Finn?
computer graphics, a bitchin' synth soundtrack, and
I had to like look at it for a bit, but I was like, are you shitting me?
zapping digitizer. Also, we can bring you the retro sci-fi survival strategy we like to call The Captain is Dead. Let me just load it up for you.
Whoa!
Finn, I think this is a game.
Whoa! This looks awesome.
This looks kind of dangerous.
Ready. Get your goddamn dirty tentacles off of my spaceship.
Biological components operating at 100%. Skill assimilated.
Really cool, Cal.
Reminds me of one of those old-fashioned video games. And I'm done.
Taking charge. I haven't used one of these since
I was the best admiral in this game.
That would be really cool.
Those aliens picked the wrong ship to mess with.
The Captain.
So sick.
Head on over right now to Steam right
Oh,
now.
it's Hacker Man.
Listed up right now.
The Captain is Dead is a digital board game and will launch on Steam in 2020.
Okay, so our next games, they're linked by their focus on player creativity. From designing a food-themed obstacle course for you and your friends, to creating a mobile base that traverses a savage land. But let's start with a title called Main Assembly.
Hello inventors, and welcome to Main Assembly, a game that gives you the freedom to create anything you can imagine. With huge open sandboxes to explore, your creations will be pushed to the
Gmod?
breaking point. Jam-packed with loads of challenges and parts to unlock, pushing your inventions to the limit. Revolutionary free.
There are too many games with a little reward in them.
Precision. Once you have perfected your design, why not take it for a test flight? Happy with how your robot looks? With the visual programming interface, you can set up controls and use sensors to make.
But yeah, big
logic
Gmod
with
energy.
Different types of automation. and
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, visual programming.
Visual programming.
Or jump online with friends.
What about you and me both just immediately Finn?
To the world and test out what others in the community have built in the workshop. Will your creation be the one that everyone is talking about? Main Assembly is out now in early access.
I'm surprised, but I'm happy at
See
how
you
much
there,
visual
inventors.
programming is taking off.
Yeah. People
Because,
looking
like, even
nice.
Overwatch has it in it to some extent now, doesn't it?
I have no idea. That would be
I don't
news
know.
to me.
I think with its game customization, now it has some degree of it, I think.
Oh, yes, the not Roblox.
Yeah,
game.
this is not Roblox.
And not Sackboy either.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Jamie Jackson, and I'm from
Sackblocks?
Games. And today
It's
we're going to give you an
Block Party, something Block Party.
We're a new studio created by a bunch of veterans who helped create some of the world's biggest game franchises.
Blanco's Block Party. Blanco's Block Party.
Ninja Hero, Guitar Hero,
Can't read my own handwriting.
Story mode. Blanco's Block Party is a game about vinyl toys coming to life, but it's actually more than just a game. It's a place for gamers and content creators and collectors to come together.
Oh no, not flossing.
There it is.
They want to play.
Look, they're trying to make money, okay?
So here we can see one of our Blancos running around the junction.
You can do that by just making good games.
You would think so, but apparently you can make more if you throw in a flosser 5.
I never think when they, again, I was saying this earlier, I never think when they add these things to a game, it's for, like, the Fortnite kids. I think it's for executives to look at that and draw comparisons to Fortnite and go, that made $1 billion. Let's give this money.
Wait, where's the floss in this game? My
Yeah.
son likes the game with the floss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can put it in there.
Where are your
Good.
forks and knives?
Is this the game that all the rappers be in? Are there any rappers in your game? Okay, good.
Is this the game that killed itself and made itself inaccessible to its whole community for 3 days?
Oh my god, was that the Whip It name?
It was probably called something else.
That's the rope. Oh yeah, that's true.
Now
Back
what we're
to
seeing
that.
is some of the UGC content. So everything here, people just built using the UGC editor. We wanted it to be super easy for players to build and create these levels. Key to it is everything can be done with a game controller. In Blanco's Block Party, you're going to be getting new content seasonally. And what that means is we're going to be delivering you some really cool stuff that is only available for that season. So if you go and buy a Blanco in season 1, that won't be available once you get to season 2.
God,
So
yep,
if
it's
you manage
Fortnite
to
even
smack
down to
it
how it's
down, there's
monetized.
a few that gets to
Pop
keep that
vinyls,
for as long
the
as you want
game.
to keep it.
Yeah.
The same
Pop
applies to any
vinyls
of the
in
dares
not
and the
Fortnite.
quests. Those are going to be locked to a season, and anything that you get from completing
I
these
have a
things
headache.
only is available in that season.
Ooh.
Ownership
I
is a
believe
key
it.
part of the experience. So
Finn,
proprietary
it's
technology
not ending with the next generation.
Why would it be?
It allows us to legitimize the type of grey markets that pop up around so many games, and it gives players the power to dictate.
Did he literally just talk about capitalizing on markets in a game
Yeah.
presentation?
We're gonna make it really
He's talking about, I think, a player-run economy.
Here's how we designed the game to
Players
make
can
money.
create the world that they want.
Yeah.
We've
Is
just
that not what you're
provided
supposed to talk
really
about here?
easy tools so that you can
It's
build
like
whatever
I don't know if
you
anyone
want.
else knows this. There is a
The limit really
actual presentation on it, like an industry presentation that was at a GDC or something about how to go whaling.
And we will be announcing more news around additional platforms.
I need to find that video.
If you want to know more
Because
about
that's
it,
what they
go
call
to the
so
account at blancos.com.
the whole mentality of games like Fortnite and especially mobile games is you don't go after the little fish, you go after the whales. That's where they make most of their money, is from the players that just obsessively dump money into their games. There is
Yeah.
actually a video presentation out there on how to go whaling.
Thought there wouldn't
Money
be?
makes the world go round, and it sucks.
This looks interesting.
Son, we call?
My brother and I found him in a frozen ice.
But I
knew-
believe Aang can save the world.
No, on Netflix. No, on Netflix.
Yeah, so speaking of Pocket Gamer Connects Helsinki, I'll just throw this in our chat here. It's called Let's Go Whaling, Tricks for Monetizing Mobile Game Players with Free-to-Play.
Oh my god. That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah,
I
we'll,
watch
we'll,
that.
we'll react to that after this is done.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm a producer.
There was an
here at
Avatar
Epic
fan
World
project in
Podcast.
Dreams.
And today I will
Oh yeah,
talk
that was
to you
amazing
about
too.
I need to pull that up.
Oasis
Yeah.
is a nomadic
Which
survival
Avatar are we
game
talking
mode
about?
combining
The good one.
The good
The
one.
good one.
Not the
Okay.
let's
The word on
touch our
complex
tips
wooden
together
machines.
when tail-wise and
Epic
connect.
battles, both
Not
against one
Pocahontas.
another and against each other.
Not
Or
Pocahontas.
I guess I should say not Pocahontas.
No, Blue Pocahontas.
Let's not forget the Fern Gully.
A volcanic oasis. This upcoming type of a map consists of all
That's
new
totally
areas to
how it works.
explore,
You spray a
from
little
golden
water on
barren
lava
fields
and
stretching all
it
the way
just
to the
automatically
horizon,
cools
to
off.
hard
I mean,
But
Minecraft
that's how
taught me that.
Minecraft taught me. Yeah.
We're in the same wavelength today.
What
Tim.
the heck?
obliterating anything that
Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that. I love that.
It looks like it's going, oh, get it out, get it out, get it out.
You know what it looks like? You know what these things look like? They look like Boston Dynamics robots.
Yeah.
Inhabiting mountains in hot climates. Harsh conditions of the volcanic lands make it very difficult for nomads to survive.
Look at it go! Look at it go!
Greenery and sources of water are hard to find, and hostile flying monsters don't make it any easier to explore. Because
That just reminded me of General Grievous's crawling animation in Battlefront 2. Shit is so silly.
To prepare in advance. Smart traders will likely take advantage of the resource scarcity to try to make some flots on desperate
It's called a
nomads
stiletto
seeking some
walker.
wood or water. While
Oh my
explorers
god, it
will be
is.
risking their lives to gather rare
What we're on
resources
right now is
that
called a
appear
stiletto walker. Yes, queen.
these dangerous conditions.
Yeah.
We are working tirelessly to bring in more content
And a spider
improvements for
walker.
the game.
Okay.
So make sure to try Last Oasis out now on Steam. See you next time.
Looks like the whole thing is upside down.
Next up, the Future Game Show talks to industry experts about how next-gen consoles and PC technology are changing the way we play. We hope you enjoy our special investigation into the future of gaming. And for the record, we called it that first.
You did.
Oh.
Good old what's your face that's never going to be in an actual game because it's just a tech demo.
Polygons. Billions
All
of
the
polygons.
The triangles.
do.
Yeah, that's right. It's triangles. My bad.
How did they
So
get to
did
just have
you-
all these clips in their presentation, like without any expectation that they'll like show any of these games?
Right.
Did you know that Square Enix tried to popularize that?
Popularized what?
You know, like the actors or the models and characters inside tech demos, they tried to make them into actual actors you could buy for your digital movies.
Oh,
So you could-
yeah. That was that first Final Fantasy movie, right? You were explaining that to me
Yeah,
earlier
Spirits
in like the
Within.
past couple weeks. Yeah.
Spirited Away?
Spirits Within.
Spirits Within, thank you.
To discover how the next generation of
And also, Cal, yes, I at least have seen those videos by, God, who is it? Corridor Digital, I think.
The way that I
Did them?
see game worlds changing in the next generation is with a bigger focus on player interaction and making the worlds feel truly alive. We can already make game worlds that are almost too big for the amount of content that we put in them.
Oh my God,
So,
Finn,
of
he
course,
acknowledged
graphics is
it.
a huge leap forward,
What?
But it's the complexity
Games that are too big for their content.
I think will be the
And that we need to start making immersive worlds.
I need to start
that,
getting these
like,
episodes
are
out
engaging.
quicker, because everyone will think we're doing it. Okay.
And to augment my abilities as a game developer. The way that I see video games evolving in the next generation is with richer game interactivity. We've seen graphics fidelity just explode over the last 20 years. Games can look so good these days. It's
Yeah, Detroit did start off as a tech demo.
sorts of things you can do in video games.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
not really caught
Yeah.
up.
Oh, she might.
What I'm super
I just
interested
don't
in
have a
is
lot of
solving
hope.
problems that help game worlds and the characters in them play and feel as alive as they can now look. The next generation of tools and technology should allow a game to really acknowledge the emergent, creative things you can do as a player. And
Kara,
help
yeah, that
game
was it.
developers create richer, more soulful game worlds. I'm really excited about using technologies like Semantic ML to help game characters feel more responsive and alive, to get the game to create content not just randomly, but
Are we
based
done
on
with
the
game reveals? Is this what the rest of the show is?
One
Yep.
way that game worlds might feel more alive in the future is by replacing
Huh.
scripted interactions with organic conversations. This live demo from Russian AI project LiveMind literally puts words into Geralt's mouth and could be a sign of things to come.
Do you remember Beckenwood German?
Wait, Witcher and Unity?
Yes, I want a great saddle for racing.
What the hell was that?
So they're talking about AI conversations in games?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I am Geralt. I am a Witcher. Oh no, let's give me the scripted stuff. That's what it's gonna sound like.
Oh,
One area developers are eager to evolve.
I wrote my first game.
that was the best thing.
It's interesting to hear that they're like looking into AI.
So much has changed.
Because
in some ways,
I don't know if anyone knows this,
still
but
pursuing the same
oh, yeah,
goal.
just
I think Orc's Tim's voice is being generated by AI right now. It's not going
I
well.
think so.
Am I good now?
Little.
Still a little bit
better.
roboty.
Should be about how we can make the experience as frictionless as possible.
Really,
I'll give it a sec.
feel like they are actually part of
Not too bad now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if anyone knew about this, but FF7's lip flaps on their characters are actually AI generated according to what language the dialogue is in.
Explore more collaborative efforts, telling
Yeah.
stories to larger groups of players at once, without telling each of them
I
that
didn't know that.
only they are the chosen one.
Yeah,
We start
it's
thinking to
insane.
ourselves, Is traversal what should be at the heart of every storytelling experience in AAA? You know, can we make it more about the internal conflicts rather than those external conflicts of running, jumping, and shooting?
Movies never have to cut away to load the next scene or more assets. If there's a cut to black, it's only because the director wanted that cut in that exact moment. And storytelling goes well beyond just the words being said. It's the audio, and the camera shot, and effects, and the location. Now with characters and the world looking more real than ever, less downtime due to loading, and more feedback from our controllers, we'll hopefully see larger or more immersive scenes that won't need to let up just because the hardware requires it.
A new generation of hardware means we are about to encounter a new frontier for graphical fidelity and visual effects. That's a given. But what about game audio? Sony and Microsoft are putting more emphasis than ever before on audio, and in the way that sound can draw us in game worlds like never before, could our sense of immersion in virtual
I don't remember
spaces
anything
be
about
to
Xbox
change
pushing
entirely?
audio.
Next generation audio will definitely
No.
be recorded and
But like they also haven't pushed load times. Like they just showed that tech demo there for Battlegrounds, and like they have that on their YouTube channel. They just never like bragged about it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like-
not yet.
Yeah.
They might next
people are starting to think in different ways. of
Apparently, tomorrow's Guerrilla Collective is mostly idea Xbox stuff.
About the next gen audio.
Oh, okay.
It's promising just a whole new level of immersion. Obviously, the PS5 3D audio is kind of the most outspoken example of this. And so with that new immersion, hopefully is going to come whole new levels of player engagement.
There's something that's very special about sound and music is that it really gets to, it accesses the core of who we are, and the fact that we have 3D audio will enhance that in a much grander sense.
I will say,
Of course,
like,
some of the biggest changes to play
that
you
still
won't be
freaks
able
me
to
out,
see, from smaller
seeing
teams
the
being given the tools to more
dad
easily achieve their
from the
creative
Baker family from
ambitions,
Resident
the
Evil
expansion
coming
of
out of the door and
services
grabbing you, it still
cross-platform
freaks me
playing
out.
cloud gaming,
Freak
to
me
a
out.
huge reduction in load times and install sizes. Here's just some of the reasons developers are excited about the changes on the near horizon.
Playing games in the next generation
Uh-oh.
should feel more social than ever, with all the online
Ooh.
services bound to get a
Yeah.
refresh. I definitely feel like the next generation will have more opportunities
Hmm?
to play together when we can't be together.
I think the
What'd you
future
say,
of
Rose?
gaming is really about two
Oh, I
things.
haven't.
The first
I'm
is about
still
ubiquity.
not far enough
The
in
second part of
Final Fantasy
mobile gaming
VII
in
to
the
get
future
to
is
Red
will be about
13.
sociability.
I'm in
People
like,
wanna play games
I haven't made
in
it
more and
to
more
Shinra
social
Tower
manner,
yet.
and it'll be strange in the future if you find
I
someone
know
who
you're
wants to
real
play a
close
game
though.
purely solo
Yeah,
and never
I think
plays
I'm
any
like
game with
the
other
chapter
people.
before it.
Crossplay is becoming
Like
more
chapter
widely
14.
accepted and implemented, and that means you should
Yeah,
because
I think 16 is the
what
climb,
SKU you're getting with your
and then
friends,
17
what
and 18
version
is
they're
all
getting,
Shinra.
what platform they're
Should
on.
wait till
you should be able to
16 for
seamlessly
the
play
climb.
together, which is amazing.
Almost
No,
Yeah, but it's
16's inside the
basically
building.
platform ownership
Oh,
of
is 16 inside the
games,
building?
cross-platform
Yeah.
cloud saves,
Okay.
and just overall the focus
can do it.
on
17 is the drum.
player's experience
Oh,
rather than the
yeah.
platform itself.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
The next generation of hardware should allow smaller teams to create products of a higher graphical fidelity.
Is the developers will have this extraordinary opportunity to create really rich, diverse worlds at very, very high resolution.
I'm so
We'll be able
excited.
to come to rely on
God, I am so excited.
do so much
Friday.
Watch Dogs
I
Legion.
need to.
complex lips.
That's a game we haven't heard about in a while.
Yeah, Ubisoft Forward. I expect big news about that.
Level the playing field for developers.
I hope they shadow drop
And
it.
developers who previously
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be
but-
amazing.
high-end will be able to do
John, I still need to pre-order Last of Us 2. Are you getting it physical?
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everyone who gave
Okay.
up their time.
I'm probably getting it digital. I'm just wondering when the preload is. I think the preload might already be up.
It's already out.
Yeah, it's out.
Legend.
Okay, I
Thanks,
need to do
Emily.
that then.
You know, guys,
No, seriously, Nolan? Oh my god. Okay, no, I refer, of course, to Brian Fargo. He's the original producer of Fallout. He's here to tell you about the action
more
RPG
OG Fallout.
Wastelands 3. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Wasteland 3.
Oh, didn't they show some of this at E3 last year?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
It's coming out real soon. In fact, it might already be out. I'm unsure.
I was the executive producer on the original Fallout and Wasteland series. And I'm here to tell you today that finally Wasteland 3 is coming August 28th.
I like that potion bottle.
Xbox, PC.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's a nice lamp.
Who would do this?
Yeah, I do remember this from E3 last year.
Yeah, but also it had a super jovial trailer, which was very weird for a Wasteland game.
Let's find the
Yeah.
monsters who did this.
This is more in line.
Mm-hmm.
Drop your guns and she doesn't die. Got it?
Something tells me I might have picked this up on a fantasy league.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had our fantasy league up checking games to see if it's available. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Yeah. I made some bids. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hide it.
Wastelands 3 is coming to Xbox One, PS4, Windows.
It's coming to
Mac,
PS4?
and Linux on August 28th.
It's a Microsoft first party.
And Linux.
And Linux.
Hell
Don't forget
yes.
Linux.
Scarometer?
And
That being
what?
said, I really do love
My
Linux.
dying is like a 4.
Yeah, we've been over this. Look, if clowns are like high, then our next game needs a new scoring system.
You sure this was an hour?
This new gameplay from survival
That's
horror.
what they said. That's what Games Radar said
They
on their
threw like
website.
10 minutes of nonsense in the middle about like the future of gaming. So
Rated M for mature.
Wow.
Please come in, Miss Reed. Come in.
it said sexual themes, but I read sexual things. And I got excited.
What's that on the counter? It starts vibrating. You're like,
Yeah.
Only between old
And
friends.
don't.
Oh,
Don't.
whoa, whoa.
I'm Jennifer, by the way.
Looks like Jodie Foster.
Are they just straight up playing like a knockoff Requiem for a Dream is the song for this trailer?
Probably. Gotta make it okay to stream.
It's just a bad dream.
Lizzie Borden. Oh, okay.
What have you done to her?
Whoa, she's superpowers.
Old tired powers. Oh, new power.
You won't do it, Mr. Ashman.
Of course I will.
Remothered. I remember hearing that title.
Pretty sure that was a really stock scream that I just heard at the end there.
A little bit.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, I remember I found this game
Remothered.
a couple
Broken
months ago, just
Porcelain
going through
comes
like
to
what's coming out
PS4,
in
Xbox
2020, and I was
One,
like,
and Windows
Remothered.
in late
What the hell's that? And I just kept on going. So I know at least the
Exclusive
title of the
Yeah.
game, but I didn't look.
I think I
look
did
it
the
up.
exact same thing.
No spoilers here, but if there's
Harry
a film
Potter?
tonight,
That would be a weird place to debut the Rocksteady Harry Potter game.
World premiere.
Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Do it. Oh.
No, there,
No.
What if we went from Shark PG to Owl PG?
Wait.
Wolf PG?
Werewolves,
The Apocalypse. Heart of the Forest.
Full game reveal in July.
That's an announcement of an announcement.
Oh, man, we can't wait
down.
to see more from this team in the coming months.
So the Future Games Show has taken a closer look at the games of tomorrow, but big changes are happening to the way we play right now. Features such as cross-progression and cross-play allow us to...
Crossplay? It sounds like you that time you tried to play Crash Bandicoot.
As I was saying, new features like crossplay let PS4 owners connect with Xbox, Switch, and PC.
Wait, did
owners
she
with
just
favorite shooters.
nonchalantly correct him and they just kept rolling with it?
Current and upcoming games.
Crossplay lets you play games with your friends, regardless.
Either way,
of
yes,
the platform they
crossplay
own,
needs to be a
and
thing
it's
more.
grown in popularity.
It was the
thanks
thing,
to
like it
titles
was a
such
big
as
argument,
Fortnite
like
and
everyone
Fortnite.
like do crossplay so when it come on, and then like they did it for a few
Developers
games, and everyone was like, nah, I don't wanna.
But the industry as a whole has been slower to embrace the potential of crossplay. We caught up with Hi-Rez to ask why, and to discover the importance of crossplay as we head into the next generation.
To overcome the
Does anyone know what
challenges of
this
making
game
crossplay
is?
work, you need to change people's
Crossplay?
mindsets. There's a fear that platforms will
Well,
lose
if they're
revenue
talking about
and
high
lose
res,
players
I
who
can
are
only
allowed
think
to
of
they open the doors to
Paladins.
crossplay.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is
In the
a
future,
Paladins
I think we'll start to
offshoot.
see consoles and other
Right now, there are
platforms
three games with
embrace
Paladins,
exclusive
Smite, and then
gaming
the
experiences.
like
So
weird
I
version of
think
auto chess they have for
what
Smite.
hardware are you using to access the
Okay.
game, and much more about like connectivity and communication.
Hey, Bart.
They'll still be exclusives, but the true crossover hits won't be constrained to one platform.
Crossplay and cross progression.
And there's this game. I can't remember what this game is.
Globally
I have
and
no idea what
holistically
that is.
about audiences.
There's
You should be able to
third-person
play from
shooter.
anywhere, doing anything, and kind of have that. That
I'm pretty sure that's an
follow you
extension of
around
Paladins, isn't it?
From console to console or platform to
I don't know. I
platform.
think it's just
If
like
they choose
a
Xbox
Fortnite.
or PlayStation,
rip
Look at the
off.
doggy.
PC for the next generation, it doesn't matter. The game they love,
God, I used to be
the
so
purchases
into
they make
Smite.
will come with them.
Players expect the same experience.
Yes, I remember the
across all of
Smite
their
guys.
platforms, and so to be able to actually pull that off takes a reasonably high level of sophistication.
I forgot about that connection, so you freaked me the hell out there.
Is of who they're up against. Now that a console game is a PC game, is a mobile game, for many games, things like cultural relativism, localization.
I think Kaz is still on my PS4.
I know what that
play
game
a
is.
bigger and bigger role in gaming.
That's the
So I think the long answer.
battle
short
royale where
is
it's
one of the kind of maybe hidden benefits of crossplay is it stimulates diversity and kind of a global approach to how you think about gaming.
To
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find
crossplay
it.
and progression like this, it takes
Smite guys released a new video a few days ago.
Hi-Rez Studios currently publishes
Really?
3 crossplay
Yeah.
and cross-progression titles, with a 4th coming this summer. We keep learning new lessons, but the single biggest is it's
No,
much
that's not
easier
what I
to
wanted.
build a play anywhere title from the start than it is to shoehorn it later in a project.
More players
I need to go
accessing
back
the
and
same
clip that.
game
That's a
rather
clip,
than
Finn.
fragmenting
Realization.
My eyes like kind of opened wide there. I was like, huh?
Overall, we're looking to drive the most fair and fun game.
For a second, I thought you
experience
forgot it
and we think
existed.
crossplay and cross-progression are some of the most important pillars to get there.
You guys ready? It's time to get paid! Don't worry, Demo was born ready.
What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Lucier, aka Scott Gandhi, and I'm the lead designer at First Watch Games.
Realm
Okay.
Royale.
Currently,
That one we
we're
couldn't
finishing
put
our
together.
company, and we're really
Oh.
excited to be able to share this update.
Which,
with
yes,
you.
that would mean it is an offshoot off of Paladins. And I remember seeing this
Rogue
game
Company is a
last year.
third-person shooter that features a unique blend between action-paced
Never seen this before in my life.
and objective-based game modes. In Rogue Company, you play as a rogue, which are a group of elite mercenaries that operate outside of the wall, and they drop in exotic locations all over the world. Rogue Company is going to be free to play, and it'll feature cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms. Since
Okay,
day
that's cool.
one of our cornerstones was making sure that you were able to play the game you want on the platform you want with the friends that you want. At the end of the day, Rogue Company can be summarized in one word: inclusive. Today we are in the late stages of Rogue Company development, which means we're testing crossplay and cross-progression features, polishing weapons, rogues, and maps. The majority of my time is spent refining the core
You have a
combat
Boondock
experience
Saints?
in Rogue
Yes, you
Company,
do.
while
Yes.
also making sure
Yep.
that our maps and modes are providing
certainly does.
exciting and unique games. I do want to say, it's pretty
I love
amazing.
how it's just
to
like
play
propped
Rogue
up
Company
against the
on a
wall.
gaming
Like
device like
this isn't
He
where
didn't
it
have
really
time.
is, but I need to hide something behind
60
it.
FPS as I sit on the couch and my wife is watching another episode of Love Island is a dream come true. Rogue Company is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch later this summer. We can't
You're all
wait.
inclusive.
Yeah,
Why
these
not
are
that?
shots. These are shots now
Sign up
from
for the
the.
alpha, head on
Those
over
were
to
shots at least from the trailer from E3 last year.
Thank you and enjoy the show.
Big thanks to the teams at
Rogue
Hi-Rez
Company
for
is
that
such
look
a
into the future
default
of
shooter
crossplay
name.
And info about their
Yeah.
upcoming titles.
Yeah.
Now we all know the next generation consoles are getting
Remember that game like
closer, so
revealed
here's an
last year at
exclusive
E3 called
look at
Bravo
what's to
Team,
come in
and I was
Square
just like,
Enix's third
how is that
generation
really your name?
Outriders.
Exclusive.
Next time on the
Just waiting
Outriders
for
broadcast.
Beta to like somehow
We'll
get a
take a look
copyright
at
for
the
Beta
journey
Boys,
into the unknown.
and then he can just like sue some
Characters
FPS
joining
developer
your
later.
adventure as you
Yeah.
battle through a hostile world. We'll also be showcasing a brand new area and delving deeper into our next
What the hell's going up in the top right hand corner?
Pyromancer.
Where the future game show logo is?
Next month.
Ah, yeah, they fucked it up.
One's small, one's big.
I was like, wait, hold on.
We can't wait to hear more about Outriders in the lead up to release sometime in holiday 2020.
Outriders looks
We're
like
heading
not
150
Destiny.
years into the future
Yeah.
next,
I'll bet.
where humanity is struggling to survive.
Rogue Core was
I was
such a
just
boring
recommending
title, I
that
forgot to write it down.
Transferred into robot bodies.
I'm
Here's
just not going to
more
do
on
it.
Disintegration.
Go ahead, Tim.
I was recommended this game recently, but I don't know. It was one of those things. What did I say to my friend?
We may have more of interest to you than guns.
I can go back in my messages and find
Hi
it.
there, my name's Marcus Leto. I'm the president and creative director.
I thought
at
that was
Beyond
actually the robot
Interactive,
talking for a second.
And we are
Yeah.
currently working
Yeah, I can
on
see
our
that.
brand new debut game called Disintegration.
My name is Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah, so sci-fi first-person shooter combining FPS and real-time strategy elements. Co-creator of Halo made this with Private Division.
With Disintegration, we set
And I
out to
just
build
said,
something truly unique.
I'm not even gonna look at it or remotely
blends
consider it for like
some
$50 because that's how much this is. It's 50.
With real-time tactical elements in a way that's never been done before, and in a way that required us.
Because
to
yeah, it's
invent
already up
all
on
new
Steam.
gameplay
I don't know if
mechanics
it's
in
full
order
release
for
or
it
if that's
to
just
work.
pre-order though.
The story of Disintegration is something that's set about 150 years from now in the future, where humanity's really struggling to survive. And one means of survival is taking the human brain and actually implanting it within an armored shell and attaching that to a robotic armature, allowing them to survive through this period of time. Once in these robotic armatures, humans now find themselves in a world where they are super strong, they're super durable, and some of them don't want to return back to humanity again. And so a new army is developed called the Rayon. In this world, we play some of those early integrated who are fighting back and who don't want to follow along with the Rayon.
I've seen what you call freedom. Not interested.
In Disintegration's multiplayer, we allow the players to team up 5v5 against one another, each with their own crew in this incredible battle against one another. Each one of those matches takes place in a different type of game mode, so there's a great variety of things to hop into. Victory! In order for the player to really have success playing Disintegration, they need to consider both parts of the equation. On one hand is your grab cycle, and your
Fall Guys was in a scissor reel, but this gets an interview.
use fluidly
Yeah.
in combat.
So far, my notes are sort of Destiny.
On
Better.
the other hand is your ground squad, each with their unique abilities that you can fire off tactically in gameplay.
This makes my nose
The
itch.
player understands that both of these things work in tandem.
Okay.
together.
For me, like I could play this game, like I really could,
For you to
but I'm not gonna get it for $50.
is critical for your success.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Write up this whole article. All that's in there is, this game made my nose itch. That's the whole thing.
Should I play it? Should I not play it?
Should I play it? Should I not play it? Well, my nose is itchy.
Are you allergic to it?
What if I get some type of cream before I play? Will that help?
That response. That's just all the information you're given. This game made my nose itch. We don't know if he played it or not, or just watched the trailer.
Reboot humanity.
Oh, it's not
June.
In a few days.
Disintegration is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC June 16th.
Now prepare yourselves.
Yeah, might grab it when it's on sale.
As we explore what might have happened if the Second World War didn't end in 1945.
Nolan loves his voices.
Exclusive.
Hi everyone, my name is Bogdan Graczyk, the game director of the upcoming narrative-driven adventure game Paradise Lost. I'm super excited to walk you through the alternative history that serves as the setting for our story.
Poem, right?
What?
Paradise
In
Lost.
Paradise Lost, the Second World War doesn't end in 1945.
Yeah, I think it was
the
signed
spring
by-
of 1960, the Nazi regime is on its knees and Soviet troops are closing in. Without warning, the Nazis unleash the full might of their nuclear arsenal on their homeland and Eastern Europe, stopping the Soviet offensive in its tracks and turning Europe.
Can you imagine how crazy it would be, guys, if you if it was 2020 and so like Nazis were still walking around? How crazy would that be?
Insane.
I mean, right?
That totally doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yet few know of the secrets that have been hidden.
Man, like if they were getting military training in Russia.
Imagine if that was a thing.
The ARC project is among the most secretive
very
endeavors of the
Wolfenstein.
Third Reich. Its goal has been to construct a network of hidden, self-sustainable, heavily fortified underground bunkers meant to shelter an Aryan master race society until it can emerge and rule the post-nuclear landscape. But not everything goes according to plan. For reasons unknown, one of the bunkers, located just outside Kraków, Poland, goes dark. Now, as you discover the past, you can shape the present. It's been 20 years since the explosion that set our story in motion. You play as Szymon, a 12-year-old Polish boy driven by personal tragedy to seek out the bunker on the edge of Kraków. At first, the place seems completely desolate. What brought Szymon to the bunker? What answers is he seeking? You'll have to uncover the truth yourself.
So reverse Fallout.
There discovered the lost story on Earth.
Paradise Lost is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
Our next game. Wait a second. Emily, have you crossed another thing off my script?
Hey, we discussed this. You can't be trusted.
Unbelievable. Okay, fine. Just roll the tape.
World premiere.
Whether you choose agent or choose hacker, it takes two to complete the mission. It takes two to stay alive.
I'm on board for this, like a two-man's Oceans.
Yeah. Oceans 2.
Operation Tango.
And it takes two to tango.
Save the world.
Clever.
That's not
clever.
Our next game is so secret, we don't even know its name at the time of this recording. So I'm just
Oh,
gonna put
Kena Bridge of
myself out
Spirits.
there
Kenna.
and make one up.
We
Okay,
know
let's
it.
see some more.
The Kingdom of the
Take that, Nolan North.
By the way,
What kind of fake
Uh,
name is that?
I don't know if
It is
anyone else picked up
not
on this,
called
but
the
the
Kingdom of
voice
Gusty
that's in
Here's
this
the developers of
game, the male voice that we heard in the trailer a few days ago,
Yeah.
sounds like Ken Watanabe.
Can I make it?
I thought like he said a couple words, and I was like, that's a very distinct
the
dialect, and
Kingdom of the
how his
Gusty Willows.
speech pattern was. I'm like, and I could not remember Ken Watanabe's name at the time. I was gonna call it out, but I was like,
Exclusive.
Sorry, Nolan, the name isn't Kingdom of the Gusty Willows. It's actually called Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Enough.
Kingdom of the Gusty Willows.
Hi, I'm Mike Greer. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Ember Lab.
And I'm Josh Greer, Mike's brother. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the studio. You may have seen our game, Kena Bridge of Spirits, at the Sony PlayStation 5 event. And today, we're really excited to share a little bit more about the project with you.
So, what's this game all about?
Well, Kena Bridge of Spirits is a story-driven action-adventure game that combines fast-paced combat with exploration and a really fun, charming companion mechanic where players are going around collecting forest creatures that we call the Rot.
So, you play as Kena. She's a spirit guide who has traveled to this forgotten village and soon discovers that there are many trapped, lingering spirits. And it becomes clear that there are larger forces at play that have sort of corrupted the environment and stopped things from moving on. Well, the main focus of the game actually revolves around helping these trapped spirits. So each kind of level or world that you enter is all focused and kind of themed around the corrupt spirit that's lingering.
And to really help these spirits, you ultimately have to get to know what happened to them in their past life. And to do so, you're looking for clues in the environment, facing combat challenges, solving puzzles. But ultimately, it all relies on building and growing your team.
Yeah,
I don't think we're seeing any new footage here. I think we're just living the same.
Yeah, but hearing the explanation is good.
It's around for you. The more rot you have, the stronger you're going to be as a player, and the more abilities you get to unlock. The trailer does a lot of things, but one thing we wanted to do was make sure we established the tone and sort of darker elements that are in the game. And people see the rot and the cute characters, and they immediately fall in love with them, which is great. But the opening cinematic with the meditation and kind of battling these spirits, we wanted to use to kind of set that darker tone and establish these. The player is going to be.
This is definitely a game I'm going to pick up.
In the storytelling.
Yeah.
We're targeting a holiday 2020 release, and it'll be
Oh.
coming to PlayStation 5.
I don't remember if we got
PlayStation 4,
that.
and the
No, we
Xbox
did
One.
not.
We're really excited for everyone to get
Fantasy
a hand on the
League.
game. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the show.
Are we going to have to start a new Playhouse Fantasy League?
Oh no, there's nothing new about this fantasy league.
we should do one though. I like that
should.
idea.
Yeah. It would have to be less games in our roster because we're halfway through 2020, but we could.
Well, I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching the Future Games Show, and look out for more great next-gen coverage on GamesRadar.com throughout this week and beyond. And don't forget to check out our sister shows from the Guerrilla Collective over the next few days right here on Twitch.
Wait, come on, Nolan. It wouldn't be a game show without that, we got one more thing.
Oh, here we
Can
go.
do that one more thing moment?
You are so right. Wait, are we in this one?
No.
Uncharted 5.
But hey,
That's kind of, I was like, oh, are they gonna do it?
Yeah.
maybe in some kind of swashbuckling adventure where I play a roguish, charming adventurer?
Nah, I think I've been there, I've done that.
Damn.
World premiere.
Savage.
Years ago, Serial Cleaner took you back to 1970s America in a single-player stealth action crime story where you played as a professional crime scene cleaner, getting rid of bodies and the incriminating evidence. All
Still
while
kinda wanna
avoiding
play.
the police. Now, with over 1 million owners and releases on all major platforms, we're going to the 90s.
Huh. I miss Mom. Serial cleaners.
3D now.
Well, that really does complete our showcase for 2020.
Yeah, we hope you've had a great time watching and that you've seen something that you can look forward to. We also just want to take a moment to thank our partners for helping put all of this together, but most of all, we want to thank you for watching.
I'm Nolan North.
And I'm Emily Rose.
And this has been, Emily, if you will, the Future
Game Show 2020.
All right.
Oh yeah, so I keep seeing shots of Assassin's Creed. Has like anything been mentioned about that game today?
No. Not today.
No.
Okay.
You'll not see anything till Ubisoft Forward.
And when's that?
I don't think it's to July. I think it's 12th of July. I think EA plays the next big one. I think it's on the 18th of June, which isn't too far away. It's next week.
Okay.
Yeah, this feels like cheating, right? They can't just put these in here.
Yeah.
But what do you expect?
Yeah.
Sadly.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get another floss.
That's the lid on a full day's worth of indie game goodness. My current count stands at 3.5 A4 pages of games. So we'll do a little bit of a post show. There's no way we're probably going to cover everything, or even most of the stuff. Instead, I'm just going to go around and ask each of you guys, like, maybe 1 or 2 games that you want to, like, you're really excited for and you want to take away from today. While you guys think about that, I'll say that my 2 are probably, let's see, West of Dead was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But we've seen that before, so I don't want to count that one. I just wanted to give that one a shout out. Let's see. What was the one we saw? Sinji. Yeah, the one we saw at the Future Game Show. Signy,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. The twin stick shooter where you're in a spaceship and it looks super, super difficult and also like right up my alley. And I got to give a shout out to the Captain is Dead video game. Can't wait for that. Can't believe I called it. I didn't really call it, but I'm gonna say that I called it. Let's start with you, Keith. Give me 1 or 2 games that you want to take away from today and that you're really excited about going forward.
Oh, God. We only got to see it in our sizzle reel, but the Fall Guys.
Fall Guys, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
That's one. Kenna is another. I know it's going to be on someone else's list as well. And believe it or not, some Godfall.
Ooh,
Really?
Spicy. Like it. I like it, Keith. Yeah. So like that trailer today sort of lifted your expectations up just a little bit.
It lifted my expectations just a little bit because we actually got to see combo-based gameplay instead of it just being, oh, I go hack, I slash.
Mm-hmm. And also it's tangible, right? We know what's coming out this year. It's going to be a launch title for the PS5. Like, it's nearly here. Games that we can actually play instead of just watch and talk about.
If I get a PS5 and there's nothing aside from Spider-Man that I want, I will pick up Godfall.
Right. The Resogun effect.
Yeah.
John, let's go to you next. What games were you taking away from today? Again, you didn't see the PC Gaming Show, but you were here for Guerrilla Collective and this, so yeah.
Yes. All right, hold on. Let me go back. Cataclysm from the Guerrilla Collective. It was the second game we saw.
Really, dude?
And there's... I like the card games.
Okay.
Actually, I've really come to really enjoy them.
Right.
So I that one, I was like, all right, you kind of got me. I'm going to go ahead and do that one. I really enjoyed that one. And then I'm with you, West of Dead, Finn, but I don't know why. Let me find it. Where did it go? Not the Rogue Company. Oh crap! I didn't write it down. Son of a bitch. Okay, let me skip to one. I'll go to another one. Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner. Remind me of what that is.
Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, it was the Mirror's Edge, Genji.
Right.
Neon. Yeah, Neon Mirror's Edge.
For sure. Yeah, that looked sick. I I think you might have missed one, but it could be in Rose's list. So I'll ask Rose first. What are your games that you were really excited for coming out of today?
I mean, of course, I'm excited about Kenna.
Okay.
I think that one looks really cool. I need to find out a little bit more to see if it's one that is actually within my skill set.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks really cute.
Yeah, chat's
I'm
like
kind of
pushing
excited
Kenna a
about
lot. Sorry, repeat that. Sorry, I was talking over you.
Sorry, I'm actually kind of excited about Haven.
Haven, yes, that was I had a very good show in today. That was in like a few things. That's like the game I described as like the super horny pair.
Game. They're very thirsty.
They're so thirsty, super horny. And yeah, that looks super good gameplay. Boyfriend Dungeon was the one I thought you missed. Yeah.
Letting me go out on the dates with the swords, and then John gets to just use the swords and hang out in the dungeon.
For sure.
I'll throw one in there since you did it that way. I have like 3 pages of you as well, Finn. Operation Tango. I think that'd be really funny.
Yeah, I can
if
see that.
I took one role and you took the other, and just to see if
not
we
that
are.
Not that it will end up very well,
See if we
but
stay
we'll
married.
try. We might.
All right.
Chance.
Tim, give me your games of the day. In fact, you were only here for the Future Games show, so like, if you heard anything on Twitter, you can use that, I guess. But like, yeah, for the Future Games show.
I haven't even heard anything on Twitter because I was at work like literally right up until I got here. So out of Future Games show at the very least, Ghost Runner, Signy, Kenna, those are like my top 3 coming out of this.
Great. Yeah, chat's like wanting Kenna. Kenna's close. I didn't know it was this year. I don't know if that was an announcement today or whether we just missed that, but now I feel way more hyped about that.
Yeah. Oh, and then also the Fall Guys, because who is excited for the Fall Guys? That game just looks like good fun.
When is the beta? I hear that the beta is soon. I want it.
I don't know. I got signed up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm accepted or if they're even doing accepting or if it's just everyone gets in.
I can't wait for like the private matches where like these streamers get just 100 members of their community and it's just chaos. Yeah. It would be cool as well if you could do a Discord tie-in where like it starts with everyone on the one voice channel, and as people get like eliminated, they just like kick them from the voice channel. Yeah. Persona 4 Golden on Steam is another, like, we'll give that a little nugget because that deserves a mention. One I forgot to mention as well, Ultra Kill, otherwise known as Devil May Quick. Super psyched for that. I think there's a demo out now, so I'm going to go play that as soon as possible. And I think that might be out soon. Yeah, a lot of good games showing today.
Mutation? That looked kind of cool.
I didn't realize there's already streamers playing the Fall Guys.
Yeah, there are a few that have like early access, but I don't know whether that's some Devolver partner program or what.
Well, on the 12th, Devolver did a Twitter giveaway for beta keys or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do it in waves. So yeah, tomorrow we've got another Guerrilla Collective at the same time that today started. Probably going to be focused on ID8 Xbox stuff, so that should be interesting. And then we're doing another one on Monday, another Guerrilla Collective. And then the Steam Game Festival starts next week as well. I might do a few streams of me playing demos of that, and then we'll hopefully do another episode of Playdate, going over the demos and such. And I think the next big conference to look forward to other than the Guerrilla Collectives is like EA.
Yeah.
But Finn, we can't say that it's another play date about that because we've never done a
It's
play
the-
date.
it's the super secret play date.
It's the first play date where we ever talk about playing all the game demos.
Right, okay. If we're going by Playdate canon, I guess that's true. Okay.
Speaking of which, Evans Remains is out on Steam now.
What?
I said, speaking of which, Evans Remains is out on Steam now. I got the email about that a couple days ago.
Sweet.
Nice.
What you can do, Finn, is put together like the lost episodes.
Yeah, for sure. Like the extended universe of Playdate.
Wait, so you mean like the version that the people in America can't handle, so they dumbed it down?
Yeah.
And like released an entirely different version?
Yeah, exclusively in Japan, we put that out, but like if you're on Spotify in America, you won't see it. Even like we locked it down, so even if you use a VPN, it doesn't work. We'll know. We'll just know.
That coding thing is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
But on the Playhouse 10th anniversary, we'll release a Blu-ray with like special edition director's cut of the lost episodes. Thank you guys for like tuning in to this whole nonsense. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being active in chat. It's been fun to hear you guys' thoughts on all we've seen today. There was a lot, I know. But yeah, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. Again, I don't think there'll be another day that's this long. So yeah, short burst from here on out. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you guys back here at the same time tomorrow. And until then, yeah, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.